Welcome to the top 10 most pulled comic books for October 22nd, 2025. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, you like me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, and you've been watching for a while and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, guys, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit it now. So, where do I get this data from? Well, I get it from the trusty site of LeagueofComicGeeks.com, where you can create your own pull list each week absolutely for free, and it keeps track of everyone's pull list to the point where it has a number one most pulled comic all the way to the very bottom of the list. Remember, it's not definitive sales numbers, but it's fun to keep track and do this video each week to see what is the most popular book that people could be pulling. So every week we always do the books that are on the outside looking in, trying to claw their way back into the top 10. And our first book that's on the outside looking in goes to Immortal Legend Batman. This is issue 3. I'm surprised this is a little bit lower. From far as I know, people have enjoyed this. It's 40 pages, $5 for this comic book. This does have a high pull number for the book that's on the outside looking in at 6,231 pulls. It's written by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom, and the art here is done by Daniel Bayliss. Now, when it comes to this book, there's always lots of Batman books that are coming out, so I'm just not going to continue this, especially since we're getting these KO tie-ins, plus the new Night Fight title that's going to be coming out shortly. So, yeah, I'm just going to drop this one. Nothing against it. If you enjoy it, awesome. Our second book that's on the outside looking in goes to New History of the DC Universe. This is issue 4. It's a $6 comic book. 48 pages for this one. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. It does have 6,356 pulls, written by Mark Waid, and the art is done by Tony S. Daniel. Great artist there. And this is the modern day of DC, right? Where it has to deal with Flashpoint, and we have new threats like Perpetua. We have the Batman Who Laughs, and then you got the next generation of heroes like John Kent, Wally West, Jackson Hyde, characters like that. So if you guys have been enjoying the new history of the DC Universe, let me know in the comments section below. Our third book that's on the outside looking in goes to Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is issue 39. This is legacy numbering 321. 32 pages for the price of $4 when it comes to this bad boy. And this book does have 7,117 pulls, written by Cody Ziegler. The art is done by Luigi Zagaria. Listen, I think I'm done with Miles Morales for right now until we get a new creative team. This is one of the longest ongoing series that Marvel has as of right now, but this is one of those books that is tying into the Ultimate Incursion, and I wasn't a fan of that mini-series, and there's been too many issues where I'm just not interested in. Nothing against the character, nothing against the writer. Our fourth book that's on the outside looking in goes to Green Arrow. This is issue 29, still relevant in this video series. Legacy numbering 362, 32 pages for the price of $4. This book does have 7,170 pulls, written by Chris Condon, and the art is done by Osvaldo Peña Montpellier. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful for sure. When it comes to the series, you guys know that I haven't read it in a while. I just never got a chance to really get into it since Condon has gotten onto the book. But I did hear that this one is ending on issue 31, so it looks like he's discovering the truth of the Crimson Archer. Who is the Crimson Archer? Let me know in the comments below. In our fifth and final book that's on the outside looking in, it goes to Green Lantern. This is issue 28. Now, guys, this book has got to be better than the outside looking in. I think this has been a great story. Jeremy Adams has been constructing the emotional spectrum to come back online. He's achieved that at this point. I think this story has been awesome. Legacy numbering 595, 32 pages, $5 for this comic book. It does have 7,191 pulls, written by Jeremy Adams. The artist here is V. Ken Marion. Like I said, new story arc now. I guess you could jump on at this point, but it looks like Hal might have to deal with the ramifications of what happened in the past events. We'll see what it has to offer going forward. Here we go, kicking off the top 10 officially now. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is issue 12. Pretty much the final issue of Jason Aaron's run on this book before we get the new creative team. If I'm incorrect, let me know in the comments below. This is a 32-page comic for $5. This does have 7,578 pulls. Like I said, written by Jason Aaron, and the art is done by Juan Ferreira, which the artwork is absolutely awesome. We've had the Turtles in these 12 issues kind of fight against each other. They were separated from each other, and now it looks like they're going to reunite with each other to try to stop the bad guys. And then we'll see what happens from there. They got to clear their name. Coming in at number 9, we have Fantastic Four. This is issue 4. Legacy numbering 730, 32 pages, $4 for this book. This book does have 8,304 pulls, written by Ryan North, and the penciler is Herberto Ramos. I like the artwork in this book, and this seems like it could be a fun issue or a one type of shot in between story arcs here. Has to do with Alicia, who is coming back from a sculpture convention, and the Fantastic Four have a new pet, and it's a dog. And only her can realize that this is not a real dog. So what's the threat here? How does the story move forward? Or is this just a one and done? We'll have to read it and find out. Getting closer to the top 5, but coming in at number 8, we have a DC KO tie-in. We have The Flash. This is issue 26. Legacy numbering 826, 32 pages, $4. The pull number on this comic book is a pretty solid 8,950 pulls, written by Mark Waid, Christopher Cantwell, and the art is done by Vasco Gorgiev. Now, when it comes to this tie-in, it has to do with Flash and Impulse dealing something with the Speed Force and going back in time, right? That's kind of why the Flash kind of exists, but it has to do with KO, and these guys might have to work together to prevent a terrible move from happening. I don't know. We'll have to read it to find out, but I'm on board with all these DC KO tie-ins. Are you guys? Coming in at number 7, we have Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. This is issue 5, the final issue of this series. 32 pages, $5. What do you guys think of it? Did you enjoy it? This one is 9,800 pulls, just short of the 10K mark. Written by Denise Camp, Cody Ziegler, and the art is done by Jonas Scarf. Now, when it comes to this series, not my personal favorite, but this has been a series about Miles Morales trying to save his baby sister in the Ultimate Universe, and the clock is ticking, and he's at a final showdown with the Makers Council. So like I said, guys, if you enjoyed it, that's awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Just outside the top 5, coming in at number 6 is the second DC KO tie-in we're talking about today. It's Justice League Unlimited. This is issue 12. 32 pages, $4 for this book. This one does have a solid 12,650 pulls, written by Mark Waid, and the art is done by Dan Mora. I think this has a potential to be pretty solid. We have Mr. Terrific, who's in charge of this Justice League group that is not in the tournament, and there's something going on in the center of Earth besides the Heart of Apocalypse that is changing Earth, and they must go on a mission. Some of the characters in this book are Superman Blue, you got Fire in here, you got Jessica Cruz, you got Ice, Terry McGinnis, the Polka Dot Man. I am very curious what this book has to offer. Here we go. We've reached the top 5. Coming in at number 5, it goes to the final DCKO tie-in of the day, and this one is Superman. This is issue 31, legacy numbering 874, 32 pages, $5. I am most excited about this one, I think, and this one does have 15,302 pulls. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is the best Superman run I have ever read. I've never been a big Superman guy, but this has been outstanding. Written by Joshua Williamson, and the art is done by Eddie Burrows here. This is all tied into DCKO. Obviously, Superman's been thrown into the tournament to capture the Heart of Apocalypse. But what is the Heart of Apocalypse, and how are its origins tied to Krypton? And why doesn't Darkseid Legion want Superman to find out? So that's kind of what this book is about. I'm looking forward to it. Are you? Here we are, the final 4. And coming in at number 4, we have The Ultimates. This is issue 17. 32 pages for the price of $5. This book does have 17,123 pulls, written by Denise Camp. Art is done by Phil Noto, and this is titled The Ultimate Fantastic Four. So what's going to go on now with the Ultimates? We're running out of time here. We've been introducing characters at the wazoo. I'm really interested for this story to move forward at this point, but it looks like we're going to be getting, obviously, I would think, this version of the Ultimate Four. And does this help them defeat the Maker going forward? I don't know. We'll see. I honestly don't even know what this book is about anymore, except for introducing characters. Top 3. Here we go. And I'm surprised this book hangs around, man. Detective Comics issue 1102. This book is 32 pages. You're going to pay $5 for this one, and this book does have 7,349 pulls, written by Tom Taylor. Mikhail Janin does the artwork. It's just funny how this book hangs around with all of the other stuff that has come out over the years, right? When it comes to this story, there's a mysterious weaponized virus that has infected Batman, and he has no idea how long he has to live, or if it's going to take over his body, or any of that stuff like that. So how does he get it out of him? How does he prevail? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below if you guys are enjoying Detective Comics at this time, or are you reading other Bat comic books. Coming in at number 2, we have Absolute Wonder Woman, and this is issue 13. 32 pages, $5 for this comic book. This book does have, oh boy, man, Absolute Wonder Woman crushing it with 25,240 pulls, written by Kelly Thompson, and the art here is done by Mateus Bargaria. So this is a different artist on this particular issue. We're coming off of the heels of the Area 41 maze. We got introduced to a new character at the end of the last issue. I think we're getting ready to get introduced to the Amazons, a little bit more of their history and things like that. So there's lots of stuff coming when it comes to Absolute Wonder Woman, and I am so looking forward to it. So after number 1, we are not done, as we do have Spider Slayer sleeper pick, because I'm showcasing 15 books that are on the top of the list, but you never know when there could be one at the bottom that could rise to the top. I've been known to pick a few good ones, but there's been days where I've picked some stinkers as well. So with that being said, let's get to the number one most pulled comic for October 22nd, 2025. And it goes to Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue 22. This is 32 pages for the price of $5. This book does have 28,351 pulls. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it's getting close to 30K. But man, Ultimate Spider-Man, you need some serious action as you're getting to the conclusion of the series here. It's written by Jonathan Hickman. Marco Cicchetto does the artwork. We're going to see what happens because it says the last will and testament of Redacted. That's what it says. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with Ultimate Spider-Man issue 22. And now it's time for Spider Slayer's sleeper pick, and that goes to actually Murder Podcast. This is issue 2. Now, it's not too late to jump on this series, guys, because I thought the first issue was pretty darn good. 24 pages, $5 for this book. This book ranked number 52 on this week's list with 657 pulls. It's published by Ignition Press. It's written by Jeremy Hahn, and the art is done by Mike Terrasen. Now, when it comes to this book, it's about podcasts, right? All of a sudden, you get people that listen to these podcasts and they commit these bloody and gory murders, and they don't stop their actions until the podcast is over. So they'll keep bashing and killing and just destroying the person until that podcast is over or the person is killed, right? Now, on the other side of things, you also have this group of kids that are forming, I think, their own podcast, if I remember correctly, that has to deal with murder. So somehow this is all going to be connected, but I don't know, man. I really enjoyed the first issue and definitely looking forward to the second one. So it might be something worth checking out. So there you have it, guys. There are the most pulled comics for October 22nd, 2025. What are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll always leave you more content right here for you to click on. If you noticed, I got a brand new background behind me, right? If you want to see how I put that sucker together, well, I made a video. It's right here for you to click on, and I've already modified this room since that video, so I'm gonna have to make like a room tour or something like that, so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, remember, support your local comic shops, keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comics so we have great comic conversation. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Take care.